sick? Go! I heard black sick. It must have been syndromes. Before you can reach the duck, you'll be lost to the symptoms. Better than me in what way? You cannot be the writtens. Because black be wedded step to the duck like Tuskegee victims. Black sick? Go! I heard black sick. It must have been syndromes. Before you can reach the duck, you'll be lost to the symptoms. Better than me in what way? You cannot be the writtens. Because black be wedded step to the duck like Tuskegee victims.
The Tuskegee experiments, also known as the Tuskegee syphilis study, were a series of unethical medical experiments conducted on African American men in Tuskegee, Alabama, by the United States Public Health Service from 1932 to 1972. The study was initially designed to investigate the natural progression of syphilis in untreated individuals, but it was conducted in a highly unethical manner. Researchers recruited 399 African American men who were already infected with syphilis, but they did not inform them of their diagnosis and instead told them they were receiving free medical care for bad blood. Syphilis is a sexually transmitted infection caused by the bacterium Treponema pallidum. It spreads through sexual contact with an infected person and can also be transmitted from a mother to her unborn child during pregnancy. Syphilis progresses in stages, with each stage characterized by different symptoms. The first stage typically presents with a painless sore or ulcer on the genitals, anus, or mouth. The second stage can cause a rash on the palms of the hands and soles of the feet, as well as flu-like symptoms. If left untreated, syphilis can progress to the late stages, which can cause serious damage to the brain, heart, and other organs. Syphilis is treatable with antibiotics. The researchers then deliberately withheld treatment even after penicillin became widely available as a cure in the 1940s. They only gave them ointments and ineffective treatments to make them believe that they were being treated. The study continued for 40 years, during which time many of the men suffered severe health consequences from their untreated syphilis, including blindness, deafness, and severe neurological problems. Some of the men also transmitted the disease to their wives and children. The men were not even informed on the name of the study, which was Tuskegee Study of Untreated Syphilis in the Negro Male. They were told the experiments will last 6 months, but lasted 40 years. There were no choices given to the participants to quit the study when penicillin became available as a treatment and cure for syphilis. In fact, researchers actively worked to ensure that these black men did not receive treatment for syphilis. They provided doctors in the environment with lists of their names and asked them not to treat them. In 1947, the Nuremberg Code was written, and in 1964, the World Health Organization published their Declaration of Helsinki. Both aimed to protect humans from experimentation, but despite this, the Centers for Disease Control, which had taken over from the USPHS in controlling the study, actively decided to continue the study as late as 1969. It wasn't until a whistleblower, Peter Buxton, leaked information about the study to the New York Times, and the paper published it on the front page on November 16, 1972, that the Tuskegee study finally ended. By this time, only 74 of the test subjects were still alive. 128 patients had died of syphilis or its complications, 40 of their wives had been infected, and 19 of their children had acquired congenital syphilis. There was mass public outrage, and the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People launched a class action lawsuit against the USPHS. It settled the suit 2 years later for $10 million, and agreed to pay the medical treatments of all surviving participants and infected family members, the last of whom died in 2009. Largely in response to the Tuskegee study, Congress passed the National Research Act in 1974, and the Office for Human Research Protections was established within the USPHS. Obtaining informed consent from all study participants became required for all research on humans, with this process overseen by institutional review boards, IRBs, within academia and hospitals. The Tuskegee study has had lasting effects on America. It's estimated that the life expectancy of black men fell by up to 1.4 years when the study's details came to light. Many also blame the study for impacting the willingness of black individuals to willingly participate in medical research today. Hence the line,
"Black sick? Go!" I heard black sick. It must have been syndromes. Before he can reach the duck, he'll be lost to the symptoms. Better than me in what way? You cannot be the writtens. Because black be wedded step to the duck like Tuskegee victims.
For more breakdowns like this, subscribe to Med with Cred. Then, of course, go watch the full battle between Black Lip Pastor and Dr. Cardio. The link to the battle is in the description below. Till next time on Medical Barz, the breakdown